So many roads to travel down, so many miles to go, so many lessons to be learned, so many things to know, so many good times waiting for you, good friends along the way, and so many times you want to jump on a train and run away. Well, your big wide eyes are looking out from inside your tiny bed, and I wish I knew what images were inside that tiny head. But I can see you're slowing down, it's the closing of your day. You're soon gonna hop on board that special train and ride away. And then it's rock-a-bye Ryan on that Sugarloaf Express, that train that's come to take you to the land you love the best. Well, I wish you could always ride that line, peaceful as it seems, tucked up in your mama's arms, away off in your dreams. Well, I hope your mama's gentle ways are passed along to you, and your daddy's big strong shoulders, and his love of living too. And I hope you find your special way of telling right from wrong, and maybe your granddad's simple way of stumbling through a song. So it's a rock-a-bye Ryan on that Sugarloaf Express, that train that's come to take you to the land you love the best. Well, I wish you could always ride that line, peaceful as it seems, tucked up in your mama's arms, away off in your dreams. And it's a rock-a-bye Ryan on that Sugarloaf Express, that train that's come to take you to the land you love the best. Well, I wish you could always ride that line, peaceful as it seems, tucked up in your mama's arms and away off in your dreams. So it's a rock-a-bye Ryan on that Sugarloaf Express, that train that's come to take you to the land you love the best. Well, I wish you could always ride that line, peaceful as it seems, tucked up in your mama's arms, way off in your dreams. Hey, Hang in there, guy. Long way to go. this music down deep in my shoes. Now I'm stuck here in Chicago with this attitude called blues. Well, I play electric bass in a 5-piece band, but all I got to show is the callus on my hand. Well, I traveled with my daddy all over this land. He was a playing string bass in a country western band. He died in Oklahoma cause of too much booze. I inherited his attitude. These creeping, crawling blues. This music down deep in my shoes. Now I'm stuck up here in Denver with an attitude called blues. But I can play the guitar and I can surely make her ring, and I can see the people smiling, I can hear them sing. That's the only way that I can never lose. Some damn dirty, low down fucking blues. With this music down deep in my shoes. Now I'm stuck in San Clemente with his attitude called blues. Been feeling kind of puny for a month or two, and it finally affected my girlfriend too, so she said, go on down, see Dr. McGee. I said, now come on woman, don't give me that crap, just come on over here and sit on my lap. I'm gonna show you, ain't nothing wrong with me. But it didn't get better, in fact it got worse, and my girlfriend got tired of acting like a nurse, and one day she just up and walked out the door on me. So I figured maybe I'd had about enough, and maybe I wasn't so goddamn tough, so I trucked on down the hill, see good old Doc McGee. Dr. McGee, what can you do for me? Just give me some pills, cure my ills, drive me to insanity. Ho, 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 Dr. McGee, just leave me be, just leave me alone and let me go home and let me get back to being me. Yo. Well, the nurse came and got me. She was out of a dream, long blonde hair and smelling awful clean. Cutest little set of buns you ever did see. Well, she put me on the scales, looked me up and down. I could tell she's admiring my physique all around, but then she said, sir, you look a little pudgy to me. Then she walked on over, stood close and warm. She put this strap around my arm, said, sir, your blood pressure is out of sight. Out of sight. All right. I said, I'm sure glad it appeals to you, 'cause I always thought it was kind of neat too. And by the way, baby, what time do you get off work tonight? Well, she didn't think that was too cool. She looked at me like some kind of fool. Somehow I figured she'd seen my act before. But I was sitting there grinning from ear to ear, but she gave me this kind of little funny sneer and wiggled her cute little buns right out the door. Dr. McGee, when you gonna come see me? Just give me some pills, cure my ills, they're gonna drive me to insanity. Oh, ho, 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 Dr. McGee, just leave me be, just leave me alone and let me go home. Let me get back to being me. Yo, ho, ho, ho. Well, the door opened up and the doc came in, his face all covered in a plastic grin, says, well now, how we doing today? I said, I don't know too much about you, but I've been feeling pretty goddamn blue, so I'm awful interested in what we have to say. So he gave me a pen, made me fill out some forms, covered everything from rickets to worms, and all about my ancestors for the last 200 years. By the time I'd finished that little chore, I was ready to skate right out the door, pop on back up the hill and have a few beers. But the nurse came in with a plastic cup, says, sir, do you think you can fill this up? After sitting all that time, man, I gave him a flood. Well, I went back in, sat down again, and the nurse came back with a spear in her hand, says, sir, it's time to take some blood. Well, there's one thing that never did appeal to me. It's having my body violated, you see, so I knew right away this wasn't going to be any fun. So I sought refuge underneath the chair, but she got some help and they held me by my hair, and I finally got distracted from her cute little buzz. Well, Dr. McGee, what you trying to do to me? Just give me the pills, cure my ills, you're gonna drive me to insanity. Oh, ho, 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 Dr. McGee, just leave me be, just let me go home, let me be all alone, let me get back to being me. Oh, ho, ho. Well, the doc said it's time for your exam, so strip right down and we'll begin. See if we can find anything you might be wrong. So he poked and he pushed and he hit me in the knee and he probed every part of my anatomy, and I swear that dude's got a finger about 3 feet long. They sent me down to the x-ray room underneath a machine with a big long boom, ice cold table, damn near froze my ass. The nurse came over, put wires on my chest. I figured I might like this part best. Then she made me jump up and down until I was plumb out of gas. I had cramps in my body and sweat on my face. If I figured I ever got out of this place, I'd sure be ready for a nice long vacation. They finally let me sit down and rest, and the doc says, you can go ahead and get dressed because it's time for our little consultation. And then he said, you got a low blood count and high blood pressure, and your pulse is so fast I can hardly measure, and that ulcer of yours is something that's really rare. You got a double hernia and hemorrhoids too, and your liver looks like it's been shot clean through, and besides all that, you're beginning to lose your hair. Well, you got problems too numerous to mention. It's giving you a bad case of hypertension. I'm going to give you a tranquilizer. Take one a day. So I took one a day and it made me smile, so I figured 10 a day is more my style. And I'm telling you, man, I'm feeling okay. Dr. McGee sure took care of me. Gave me those pills, cured all my ills, kept me from insanity. Oh, Dr. McGee, he finally let me be. He just let me go home and let me be all alone. Get me back to being me. Oh, oh, oh. What'll you do next summer when you're lying in the sand? Reach out to touch me, can't find my hand. What'll you do next summer when you're lying in your bed? Think of the way I looked or something I said. Well, I always felt it coming on, I just had to sail away. Guess I knew it all the while. So what'll you do next summer when you look out on the sea? You'll think of me. You'll think of me. What'll I do next summer when I look up in the sky, gazing through the rigging and a big old cloud comes by? I'll be in the Marquesas with my boat swinging on a chain, thinking of heading north, Newport again. Well, I always felt it coming on, I just had to sail away. You must have known it all the while. So what'll I do next summer when I look up in the blue? I'll think of you. I'll think of you. Oh, the times when I've sailed away from what I found, thinking I just had to be free. But all the times I want to turn this damned old boat around and go back home, across the sea. So what'll we do next winter when the boat's up on the shore, getting all fitted out to go to sea once more? We can get to know each other like I thought we always should. I can learn to say some things I wished I always could. Well, we always felt it coming on, we just had to sail away. Yes, we knew it all the while. So what'll we do next winter? On the first clear sunny day, we'll sail away. We'll just sail away. Hey, 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 hey. growing up too fast in the California lifestyle. His folks just confusing the scene. So it's out of school early and out in the hassle, out really knowing what it means. And he's rushing at life like a fast-moving freight train, carousing with the rest of the guys. And he's feeling no duty, but he's saved by a beauty, a lady with those flashing brown eyes. Oh, Sonia, I want to live in the mountains, want to see that clear water and breathe that clean air, and get out of this depressing Orange County canyon. My friends are all laid back and going nowhere. Now he lives in his clean air, high up in the pine trees. His life has direction again. And he comes down the mountain and he helps all the people, saving a life now and then. And he's fishing his clear waters, skiing the white hillsides, and his future's as bright as his skies. And he always comes home to his pine panel cabin, to the lady with those flashing brown eyes. Oh, so Sonia, I want to stay in the mountains. I love it here more now that we two are four. These pines are just fine for Jason and Ryan. They're gonna be happy just like us before. Well, the name of this song is Goddamn Santa Ana Winds Talking Blues. Now, most of y'all live in Southern California sure know what the Santa Ana winds are all about. And if you ever hung around boats, you know what the Santa Ana winds can do to a small sailboat on the open sea. So you can probably imagine what the Santa Ana winds can do to a small sailboat on the open sea in the hands of an absolute naive beginning sailor. That's what this song's all about. Well, a sailboat out on the open sea, just about as peaceful as you can be. Just grab yourself a beer and you lay on your back. All you gotta do is just relax. Everybody knows that, right? Say right. Right! So bought myself a sailboat, thought I'd take a ride, go on down toward Oceanside, see what kind of solitude I could find, do a little maintenance on my mind. I was kick back, man. I mean mellow. Well, the sun was shining, the sea was blue, seemed about the perfect thing to do. Radio began to crackle and wheeze, something about small craft advisories. About them gusty northeast winds starting to blow down the canyons again. Still didn't bother me a bit. It turned out to be a big old shit. Goddamn Santa Ana winds. Somebody told me about those things one time. I think it was an ex-sailboat owner I used to know. Well, the wind began to blow and the sea turned green. It was the damnedest mess I've ever seen. The boat rolled over as a wave came past and barfed on my shoes and I fell on my ass. I was clinging to the boat, just yelling for help, and I ended up offshore all tangled in the kelp. Somehow I managed to stay alive. Got back home the next day about 5. Exhausted. Disillusioned. I mean, fucked up, man. I got rid of the boat. Very next day, just gave it to the broker and I walked away. Ain't been back on board again. Even got rid of all my sailboat friends. Turned out they's a bad influence. Well, if I ever go back out to sea some year, it'll be someplace like San Clemente Pier. Or someplace where the fat brown tourists go and the goddamn Santa Ana winds don't blow. Thought I'd write another song about lost and lonely, spending time out on the road, sitting here at night and trying to drink this damned old bottle till it's dry. I'm wishing I was someplace else. Wishing I was something else. Lord, I could use a little help tonight. Well, a long time gone, but not forgotten. She's out there somewhere swinging on a star. And I sit here so goddamn lost, and I'm wondering what to do with my life. She had it all so figured out. Told me what it's all about. Lord, I could use some of her help tonight. Well, when I'm gone, just take me out about 20 miles offshore. Throw my ashes overboard and let me drift down to the ocean floor. When I come around this old world again, I'm gonna be a dolphin in the sea, chasing rainbows across the waves all the way from here to Honolulu, and playing with the critters in the deep, sleeping when I want to sleep. And a dolphin, he don't need no help at night. CR go to play the blues. Well, I went to bed last evening, had blues down to my chin. I said, I went to bed last evening, had the blues down to my chin. 'Cause I knew today I gotta get up and do the old damn thing again. And I woke up this morning, had blues all over my face. I said I woke up this morning, I had those blues all over my face. Well, sometimes I think the blues is all over the human race. Gotta play it now. And I'm going to bed this evening, same thing on my mind, oh yeah. I said I'm going to bed this evening, got the same thing on my mind. 'Cause a day without the blues is so goddamn fucking hard to find. And on that first train south, you can look for my suitcase back home. Yes, you can, woman. I said on that first train south, and look for my suitcase back home. If you don't find my clothes, babe, you know how